Anyway, let's talk about something a bit more uplifting. The other day I saw my ex's new husband wearing a V-neck. Yeah, it's good to have a win, isn't it? Such a dickhead, didn't even see me there behind the bins. My ex left me for a dude with a Porsche in a pizza restaurant. Yeah. And I went and tried his pizza. Do you know how fucking humiliating that is? To go over it, because I want us to get along. It's best for my son. So I went over there. He's a pizza chef. We're bonding. He makes me a pizza, gives me a slice. He's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "It's fine." You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to give him anything. But on the inside, I was like, I would suck this dude's dick for another slice. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Do you know how awkward it is? We live in the same suburb, so I run into them. Do you know how fucking awkward it is to run into your ex and the new guy around? The other day I'm walking with my mate Dan, and over the road is my ex, the new guy, and my son all having dinner. And my son sees me and goes, "Daddy, come over. Get into this. Get into this fucking social nightmare. Get in here." I mean, it's sweet, right? But he's not a diplomat, is he? Get into this fucked situation. And I'm with my mate Dan. Now, Dan, he's not autistic. He's something. You know what I mean? I'm like, you stay here. We don't want you in the fucking mix. So I go over and he's in the bus stop reading the timetable or whatever, and whatever it is he's busying himself with. And I go over and, I've got to be happy to see everybody. I'm a parent. I can't be like, "Hey, buddy, good to see you, and you two fuckheads, what's up?" You know what I mean? I'm a parent. I've got to be like, "Wow, look at it. This is so great. We're all together. Wow." And the new guy's sitting there. He's wearing a suit and he's talking about how he's opened his third restaurant and his Porsche's parked right there. And I've been writing with Dan. My notebook was just open on the table. And he's like, "On," and it just says, "Suck his dick for another slice." That's just circled. You don't want to miss that bit. It's a good line. So it's just like, "Suck his dick. Yes, you must." That bit. And he does that thing where he pretends he didn't read it. You know how people do that? He goes, "Suck his dick. Oh, I can't even take it in. It's too much." And then my son sees Dan, who he knows, over the road. Dan's here. Come over." I'm like, "Great, let's bring Dan over." Dan's over the road eating a tub of jelly beans that he bought from home. That's weird, isn't it? Why is that weird? Just a man who's 35 years old, just on the street. Just all one colour, just yellow jelly beans, yellow. So now Dan comes over and he just walks straight over to the table and goes, "Hey, how come everyone's so awkward?" He just says it. And I'm so uncomfortable at this point. I'm like, "Who wants a jelly bean?" Dan's like, "Have one, it's 27. So I'm in a poly relationship now. I just found out. It's good when you find out, isn't it? Because polyamory is so popular now with young people, particularly young people. And people give young people today more shit than any generation. You know what I mean? It's not fair. Look, if I were to describe young people today, I would describe them as hypersexual environmentalists. That's the best way to... Is that bad? Because everything is sexual and political with young people. Everything's like, save the koalas. It's you, man. Isn't it? Everything's sexual and political. Everything's like, "Hey guys, my pussy's wet, but there's a drought in Uganda. Guys, seriously. It's you. That's what you post, man. Isn't it? Hey guys, this is a picture of my erection, sure, but it's exactly the same shape as the missiles Israel launches into Palestine. Wake the fuck up. Raise your fist into my ass for workers' rights. Stop racism. Stop it. Stop racism and sexism. It's bad. I care. People are prejudiced. You know what I'm talking about. Like you guys, like you're young, you know, so you post shit like, hey guys, before I begin this tutorial on deep throating, I'd like to acknowledge your traditional elders. You. Of this share house. A lot of it's mental illness. It is. A lot of it's mental illness. A lot of it's mental illness. And, you know, we're in an epidemic of narcissism. An epidemic of narcissism. Nobody cares. Narcissism is fucking tearing our society apart. Nobody cares. Like, are you okay day? Do you ever ask a narcissist? Nah, fuck that. Not that one. Yuck. Not that mental illness. We don't even have a fucking day for narcissism. We should be raising awareness. Should be like, wear a little mirror for Narcissist Day. They can't even check themselves into a mental health clinic. What are they going to do? Hey, I'm here to check myself in because I'm fucking the best. Yeah! Woo! Like doing the moonwalk and shit. Yeah, sick. I'm the best. Look at my abs. I'm sick. I'm fucking sick. My dad is like, oh, your generation, you know, you guys are the most mentally ill generation of any ever. I'm like, man, fucking boomers are so mentally ill, but they have fucking no idea or self-awareness. Like, we have too much self-awareness, our generation younger. You know, we're like, okay, that's a tinge of anxiety. That's a tinge of anxiety, and that's developing into a depressive episode. Great. Now I'm depressed. Now I've got to go to work and I'm disassociating. Hey guys, disassociating, loving that. This is great. Love the disassociation. Then I get to work and I've got a trauma bond with my boss because he's gaslighting me, so I can't self-soothe. That's affecting my serotonin, so that's horrible for the ADHD. Whereas boomers, you guys are just like, feel something, then anger. That's it. Just like, I think I'm sad. Why can't I find a park? Fuck! That's it. I think I'm alone. Fucking political correctness. Crazy. My dad has spent his whole life running from himself. His whole fucking life. What's going on? Get the car, get the dog. We're going to the beach now. Can relax, Dad. We're on holidays. We could be on holidays faster. Dad treats life like a race. It's like a fucking job to get done. Get born, grow up, meet someone, get married, have kids, retire, dead. Good, done. Done, good. Life's done. Good. What's next? Looks like the afterlife needs a mow. Let's mow the afterlife. Let's get that job done. Dad never looks inward. He's just going, you won't get me, life. I'm fucking going too quick to feel. You won't catch me. I wish I was like that, you know, just running through life, leaving a wake of mentally ill children behind me. My dad was a racing car driver. That's what he wanted to be. That's why his nerves are fucking shot, because he tried to do that. My brother, that's how my brother got into motorsport. My brother, Will, is an IndyCar driver over in America. He actually just won the world championship for IndyCar. How crazy is that? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. He drove so fast in a circle. He won. Like, he had the best fucking circle. I didn't watch, but apparently I went to my uncle who watches all of it. He's like, it was a good one. Like, he had the best the best circle on the day. You follow IndyCar? Yeah. So he had the best circle of the year. And they gave him the badge or whatever, the trophy. And that's not funny. That's like, man, you're fucking risking your life to get the best circle. Like, I reckon it's fucking impressive. But he's actually the greatest driver in the history of the entire sport, like statistically, you know? Like when you play the PlayStation game, man, he's the dude you select. Yeah, I select him and drive repeatedly into the wall. It's to overcome childhood trauma. But you know, he can die doing his job. You know, I can die as well, but it's an internal. I have died many times on the inside, but he actually dies. And so that makes you, like, Will's very profound, like he's very philosophical. Like he said something really profound to me when he won the World Championship. He said, you know what, bro? Everything I've dreamed of having since I was a kid, I have right now. And he goes, you know what? It doesn't make you any happier. He said, in fact, it can make you sadder because everything we're told in this society that will make you happy doesn't. And when you get it and you realise that, it can make you really depressed. And he looked me right in the eyes as he said this, and I'll never forget it. He goes, you know what success is? Success is being in the moment more often with your friends and family. He said that's success. And he looked me right in the eyes as he said it. And he just started that Ferrari up. And he flicked me a small diamond because he has a pouch of diamonds now from the championship. I don't know if that's part of it. And he flicked me a diamond and took off because I'm not allowed to sit in that particular car. And he started doing circles and they were perfect. I was like, fucking, it all makes sense, you know, like. But in a lot of ways, I feel sorry for my dad, you know, because like things, for the older generation, like things are changing so fast. You know, like my dad posted a Facebook status the other day and the status was, how do I log into my Facebook? That's how fucking confused he is about the world. Like, how do I log into my Facebook? And I'm like, you're in, dude, trust me, you're in. But that'll be us. We'll be fucking retiring. There'll be technology we don't understand. You know, like they're already talking about connecting your brain to the internet. That'll be us. We'll forget to put a thought on private. And you'll accidentally send out big butt sluts dressed as nuns to your whole contacts list. Someone the other day on my Facebook shared a Nike ad, which made me really angry. I hate that shit because like it was like a woke, you know those woke Nike ads? It was like a pregnant African woman and it was like, Nike, the toughest athletes on the planet. She's like, that's right, everybody. Good job, Nike. It's about time people understood that African women are real and they get pregnant, okay? But I hate that shit because Nike is like the worst corporation. Like they've just got accused of slave labour. Like they just use wokeness to hide the evil shit they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Like you just know they would have had a boardroom meeting where they're like, look guys, we've been accused of slave labour again. We need to ramp up the wokeness. Suggestions, what do you got? Okay, what about this? An ad, it's Serena Williams playing tennis with two white women. And it's like, Nike, dream crazy. It's like, I think we could be a little more woke than that. Okay, Usain Bolt holding hands with 4 Asian men as they run through a refugee camp. Nike, dreams take struggle. Good, Richard, but I don't think you understand. We need to distract from slavery here. We need way more wokeness than that. Okay, a lesbian Muslim playing soccer with a disabled Jew. Nike, dreams unite. Better, Richard. Now you're on it. I can see you're on it. More, though. I know you've got more. Okay, a non-binary Asian trans woman runs through a stadium of disabled Arabic men. When they cross the line, boom, close up on a midget. Brilliant, Richard. You've done it again. Brilliant. That's a little bit offensive, though. It's not midget, it's little people. Excuse me. We've been trying to get them into basketball for years. I wish they did good but had fucked ads. Wouldn't it be better if it was the other way around? Like people actually did actions and then said the opposite. I would rather that, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like their ads are fucked, but they're doing amazing things, paying their workers, crazy shit. But their ads are fucked. Like Michael Jordan walks out, he's like, "You'll never be me. Look at you, you fat fuck, sitting on the couch, you're drinking custard, you think you're gonna fucking put on my shoes and slam dunk? You're shit, you're fucking nothing." Nike, don't dream. One ad's just like, "Fuck off. Get fucked. Get fucked. Nike, get fucked." It's a good one. One ad's just an arsehole opening and closing. You're like, who pays for that? That's like, there's no branding. It's just an arsehole appears where the news used to be for an hour. Just doing that. You're like, that's crazy. Is that instead of The Project now? Is it just an arsehole? Is that Waleed? Like, what is this? Who is that? What is this, an art piece? Some ads are real sinister, like a dude with a gun walks towards camera. And he's like, "We know where you live. Nike, run." Someone had a go at me about that bit. Someone had a go at me after a show. It was like, "You're having a go at the gay community." I'm like, "That's not what I was saying at all." And then she said the weirdest fucking thing. She goes, "Well, boo-hoo. I drink white men's tears." I was like, "That's not how you consume our power." It's way more complicated than that. We run the banks and shit. There's a whole thing in place. She's like, "Yeah, well, there's nothing easier than being a white man." And I was like, "Well, why do so many middle-aged white men kill themselves? What the fuck does that say about our society?" It's tough at the top. There's something wrong. There's something wrong when the people that benefited from the system are sick. Man, I fucking like, with the gay community, like, I'm not surprised they're sensitive, you know what I mean? Because, like, man, homophobia is still so happening. It's crazy. Every time I see, like, Christians or Muslims going, like, homosexuality is not natural. Like, man, natural is whatever nature permits. Whatever nature allows is natural. If every time I tried to put my penis in a man's mouth, it just repelled. Like I was like, "I love you, Steve, but I can't. It just won't let me. It's not permitted." Like, you know, like two chess pieces in a travel pack where they're like, "I love you, but I can't. I can't." Just like running the dick at the mouth, like, "Oh, fuck." You're running the dick at him. That's like nature going, "Nah." That's unnatural. Like, we can't travel faster than the speed of light because there's not enough processing power in the simulation. But, it can't be fucking zipping around to shit that isn't made yet. Zipping over to fucking some other part of the thing. Like, we haven't programmed that bit yet. We're walking against a wall in a computer game. But we can't travel faster than the speed of light. If when gay people had sex, they travelled faster than the speed of light, well, that would be unnatural. If you're at a gay club and they're like, "See you, Steve." Like, just launching. Imagine if that was the only way we could travel faster than the speed of light. That would be... Star Wars would be a different movie, wouldn't it? Fucking Chewbacca in a sex swing. owe our whole fucking society to old gay Greek men. Think about it like that. Ancient Greece, rational deduction, mathematics, science, philosophy, individual freedom, democracy, our military tactics, our university system, our schools, all of it comes from these old Greek men. Do you ever thank them? You ever thank him? I saw an old Greek dude the other day. I thanked him. I went up to him and I said, hey, fuck, man, thanks for everything. And he was like, no worries, mate. He's like, hey, listen, these tiles, they're 50% off today, but Pythagoras was right, mate. You've got to cut them into triangles. I'm sorry. We wouldn't have America, like, you know, if it wasn't for the old gay Greek men, you know. And America has changed a lot from its original. America is, like, let's be honest as Australians. We think of Americans as stereotypes now. Let's be honest, come on. This is what we picture when we picture Americans. Hey man, where's Iceland? We picture fat, mentally ill lunatics with no sense of geography just going, are there burgers in Iceland? And it's wrong. I've been over there. They're fucking great, Americans. But, you know, we think they're funny because they're so passionate about their beliefs. We think that's funny as Australians. But if anything, we suffer from the opposite problem. We're too apathetic, aren't we? That's why we did so well in COVID. The government was like, get in your house. We're like, yep, no worries, fine. Thank you. Stay there for a month. Yep, I'll be here a month. That's fine. Is it okay if I watch the cricket? No, that's fine. It's fine. I'm a scared little man. I don't know who I am. In America, they're like, you won't get me in my house. 5G's turning people into pedophiles. We're not laid back. Isn't that the fucking greatest lie we ever told the world? We're not laid back. We are the most uptight people of any country in the fucking world. If the government said tomorrow we had to wear black cocks on our heads, it's fucking bullshit, isn't it? Gotta wear a fucking black cock on my head now, have I? Fucking bull. $500 fine if you take your cock off. Fucking bullshit. I'm gonna wear it, but it's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Can't even fucking pick up my drink. I'm gonna knock it over with the fucking cock in there. $500. $500. Got a speeding fine and a cock off the head fine. Can't even change the channel with the fucking bullshit. Bullshit. If China did invade, and they didn't fuck with the footy, the cricket, Netflix, or the pubs, I don't even know if we'd notice. That's weird. Xi Jinping's on Q&A. And there's no questions. It's just a monologue with subtitles. We'll never elect a strong man or a strong woman like Thatcher or something like that. That's not now. We're not going to do. We have the tall poppy syndrome in Australia. We're not going to do that, are we? Let's be real, honestly. Are we going to elect someone who's like, listen to me, I'm the greatest, follow me, I know exactly what I'm talking about. These other guys are idiots. You're like, shut up, wanker. Right? That's not our voice of authority. Our voice of authority is a semi-violent, passive-aggressive question. That's what we listen to. Like, if there was ever a dictator in Australia, it'd be shit like, hey, mates don't let mates have negative thoughts about the Supreme Leader. Bring your family to the gulag. I can feel the middle-aged Australian rising up in me as I get older. I can fucking feel it. I'm starting to judge people's reverse parks. Like the other day, I'm like, he's fucked that. Like there's no one around. He's fucked that. Fucked it. I'm starting to tap different materials. That's tapping people's fences. You do that, man, where you're like, that's ply. That's cheap shit. That's cheap shit. You go right through that. That's nothing. That's pine. That's cheap pine from China. Everything's about China. That's from China. Every day, like, hang around the school, pick up my son, and the other middle-aged dads are there, like, "G'day, Roger. G'day, Damien. How are you? Yeah, good to see you, mate. Yeah," just all weird, stiff, awkward. Because we're not a communal creature as middle-aged white men, are we? We can be real, man. We're not communal, ritual, gathering, connecting with each other in the earth. Like, if you saw 40 white middle-aged men just hanging out in the park, something fucked is happening. You're like, "Get back, kids." "Hello, police." Yep, there's 40 of them. They're trying to connect and be friends. It's fucking weird. It's a whole area of people. "Yeah, Tim, Rod, yeah, the council's done a good job of the area, haven't they? They really sort of mowed the area. A good bit of infrastructure around. Got a new path here, the new path." Yeah, it's a whole area of people going, yeah. Good. Alienated. I'm alienated. Don't know who I am, Tim. That's what's coming for me very shortly. Had that chat every day. "Roger, yeah, the sun is hot." And, whatever the bullshit is. And our kids are playing. That's how you start life. "Woohoo, yeah, let's play, chase me, woohoo." My son runs over and goes, "Daddy, could Timmy have a sleepover? Just met the dude. Not for adult shit like networking and doing coke or whatever, just the pure fucking joy of the friendship at the moment, just happening. We're not doing that as adults, are we?" I'm not like, "Yes, Patrick, of course Timmy can have a sleepover." "What about you, Roger? Would you like to come for a sleepover? We could build a fort." Imagine having your 45-year-old mate over for a play. "Come on, Roger, quick, the baddies are coming. Poo, 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 poo. Quick, get in the fort, Roger. I'll protect you like that time you got caught getting pegged by a sex worker. Poo, poo. Remember that, Roger, at the hotel conference? I had to protect you. You're an animal, Roger. The fort can't protect you from yourself, Roger. You know who you are." I attack, the young people and stuff like that. But, the truth is that as I get older, I start, you start feeling irrelevant in our culture. We don't really value that kind of age thing. That. And also it's partly because of where I'm from. I'm from the most conservative electorate in Australian history. I'm from the most conservative town in Australia. I'm from Toowoomba, Queensland. And they didn't fucking like change. I remember when they built the first cafe in Toowoomba. It was a coffee club. Oh, fuck. Melbourne, yeah. Disgusting. Coffee club. Imagine. That's what you did. That's true, they built a coffee club and people fucking hated it because they thought it was pretentious. Just people buying coffee. People walk past, fucking coffee wankers, fucking, what's wrong with meth in the morning? Like, crazy meth problem in Toowoomba, fucking wrong with meth. I remember this 100% true. Me and my brothers, we'd finish work at my dad's tent shop and we'd drive his V8 wagon past the coffee club and we'd drive past and go, "Fucking coffee wankers, eh?" And we'd be like, "Arr!" Like doing donuts around fucking cappuccino. We used to yell at Chino, just because it was different or whatever. So all of that is still in me. So when I see like a young dude or whatever, like riding a motorised scooter with a fucking blowing raspberry smoke, talking about how cryptocurrency to fucking buy NFTs or whatever, there's a part of me that wants to bash him. And do donuts around cryptocurrency because I don't understand it. But I can't because cryptocurrency is a metaphysical concept. But you fucking wait till I get my virtual ute. I'll be in the metaverse fucking fuck that idea, fucking don't get it. I'll just be in my lounge room like, fuck yeah. Bullshit. I bought a Rainforest Alliance coffee the other day, you know, one of them. It's meant to stop slave labour and ecological damage, which is it's a good thing, right? Yeah. It does feel a little bit like Westerners going, I think we can consume our way through this. We can. It's good consuming. Like the system still stays in place where people get $1 a year or whatever. But some poor Guatemalan dude's like, you know, gets a glass of water or something. Oh, some white in Brisbane bought a fucking coffee. Oh, thank you, here's a glass of water, thank you. Back to work. I want to see real change. I want them to free a fucking refugee in front of me next time I get my long black. I want to see it. You've got 5 stamps on your loyalty card? So we free Eli. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Runs off into Coles to fucking buy kombucha and assimilate. I can't drink too much coffee, man. I ruminate. You know what I mean? Like the thoughts, you know, the overthinking, you know. Like I used to work in IT support and, man, the boss was like I'd be ruminating about, like he'd come up to me and say shit like, how come you haven't changed the toner cartridge in the printer yet? And I'd be like, well, I haven't gotten around to it yet. He's like, well, you're letting the whole team down. Do your job. And he'd walk off. Now, what do you do when that happens? You don't go up to him and go, fuck do you say? Like fucking, you know what I mean? You don't fucking say it. Come on, say it again. You don't do that, do you? You go, oh, sorry, man, excuse me, sorry, thank you, sorry. Then the revenge fantasies begin, don't they? That's when the revenge fantasies begin. Fucking talk to me like that, fucking say that to my face, you talk to me like that, you fucking motherfucking... And they grow over the week, like you just sit on them, fuck, I'm gonna kill his family. Kill his family, fucking leave a different coloured toner cartridge on everybody. Fucking save cyan for your kid, mate. Fucking cyan for your kid. I got fired from that job for turning up on magic mushrooms. I wasn't like, I'm not stupid. I didn't take them and go to work. I took them the night before and in a graveyard. I saw a UFO, I fucking swear to God. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I came to work and I was still high. I didn't plan it. I'm sitting in the 8 a.m. boardroom meeting and I'm fucking like, let's fix these printers. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready. I can already feel one of them's disconnected. I can feel it. One of the USB cables has come out. I can feel it. And the girl next to me in the meeting we had every Monday, she's sitting right there. She gets a phone call, finds out her best friend had died. Boom, right there. And then she gets up and leaves, right? Immediately. Everyone's like, holy fuck, what do we do? What do we say? And then we finish the meeting and we go out to the big reception area and there she is at the door, crying, about to leave. And I'm there and everyone's like 8 a.m, fucking walls are up. But I was still very open. So I walked straight up to her without any fear at all. I said, fear nothing, I love you. And she just turned and grabbed me like this and started like crying on my shoulder. She's just crying like this, like grabbing me, crying, holding me. And everyone's watching this. And they're like, what the fuck? And the boss sees this and he like walks over to me and he's like, why aren't you wearing a shirt? He's like, why have you got these charcoal pentagrams and like devil symbols and shit on your body? And I was like, well, this is how I come to work now. And I thought this was genius. I was like, if everybody wore charcoal pentagrams and you were the only dude in a business shirt, you'd actually be the weirdo. And he said, what the fuck are you talking about? You're obviously on drugs. You're fired. And yeah, so now I do this. Anyway. If there's ever been a good time to legalise mushrooms, it's right now. You know, let's legalise them. People need to be connected more. Give them away, if anything, you know, like, because like, it's a very individualistic time. It's really the height of the individual, you know, and I can't imagine my generation dying for something bigger than themselves, for example, like hands up if, you know, you die for your country. Yeah, that sort of went out of fashion, didn't it? Remember when that was all the rage? That's why Defence Force ads used to be like, sign up, we want you, fight for your country, die for your... People were like, fuck yeah, they signed straight up. Have you seen Defence Force ads now? They're like lifestyle commercials. They're like travel, study, learn yoga, shoot people in the fucking face, then eat a curry in an Asian market. The army. Relax. Unwind. Defend. There's like a dude in an infinity pool looking over the Middle East, like fucking... Got that weird look, like fucking... Like, there's no real sense of community anymore, you know. Like, I'll give you a great example, like... You know that berry, acai berry? You know that like purple berry? It's really popular at cafes, acai or acai or whatever it is. In where it's from, in South America, it's gathered and ritualistically gathered and worshipped as a god of life in their culture, and people take it for medicinal purposes as a community. Like, I just order it on Uber Eats, and a dude from Peru drives it to me and delivers it, and he's like, this is the source of life in our culture. I'm like, just give me the fucking smoothie bowl, dude. 1 star, too political. I don't want to hear the story. I'm going to eat this alone, watching Netflix, masturbating. So I don't want the story. You know what the truth is? Is that all this like hyper-individualism, this narcissism, it makes comedy harder. Because audiences, like, they're more entitled, more like heckling, more people on their phones in the front row. Like, man, people hate comedy more than any other performing art when it goes wrong. Like, the level of what people want. Like, I've had people wait for me in the car park. Like, fuck it. Not funny, dude. What the fuck? Why wasn't it funny, man? What the fuck? Do you reckon any other performing art gets that? Do you reckon ballet gets that? Fucking not a swan, man. It's fucking like this. Fuck, man. I dealt with a heckler once, and I left the venue really quick, and I got in the car and I stopped at the red light, and he tried to tackle my car. He fucking attacked my car. He's like, come on, man, then. Go on, then. Come at me, man. I'm like, dude, I'm in a car. Like, I'll just like, I'll just crush you, you fucking idiot. I'm just gonna crush you and feel good about it. I'll just like, nice, got him. He's one of us. Think about that. He's one of our animal. So is like Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson or whatever his name is, and the fucking Stephen Hawking and all these geniuses or whatever, and come at me in your car. They're in the same animal. What a gap. What What a gap in one animal. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see a dog eating its own vomit, then another dog driving a forklift. Because we're the only animal that protects the stupid. Every other animal lets them die. We're like, nah, man, keep going. Just put on a helmet. Just keep doing the thing that's dangerous or whatever. Like, you know that bird that flies into the window? Yeah, all the other birds are like, good, Steve's dead. He was a fucking idiot. That's why they're singing in the morning. Woo, Steve's dead, yeah. Woo, celebrate, celebrate. We put up signs like danger, cliff, for all the people that don't get how cliffs work, who are like, whoa, this cliff is dangerous. And then we put up the sign and they don't fall off the cliff, and then they have kids. And then fucking come at me gets born. That's when he gets born. I'm not saying that we should kill stupid people. I'm saying maybe trap them. Like, have a hole with sticks and leaves over it and put like tickets to fucking a live taping of The Voice or whatever it is. Like, get them in a hole. Australia's Got Talent or whatever the fucking bullshit is. And then put them in a hole and ship them to an island and bomb it. Like, I don't know what the answer is. I'm just saying, because like the gap is going to get bigger. Like, you know, like that 60 ruling elite people or whatever that own as much wealth as everyone. That group, they're going to start modifying their genes. They're going to modify their genes. They're going to become hyper intelligent. They're going to become super strong. They'll levitate. They'll be super beings and they'll eat us. You know when you go to Chinese restaurants and the fish is still alive in the tank? That'll be us. We'll be fucking in a swimming pool and Jeff Bezos will float in. I want that one. Teriyaki pork. Yeah. You know, I worry about the world a lot because, you know, I think when you have a kid, you sort of worry maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Sort of worry about the future. I'm a single dad, you know, and it's a tough time to be a parent in some ways because there's so much pressure these days to be the perfect parent, to buy the right shit and to do the right theory of parenting. Like, I went in to buy a pram and I'm like, oh, hi, which pram should I get? The lady's like, that depends how much you love your child. Because if you really love your child, you'll buy this one. It's worth $16,000. It's made of carbonite, the shit they froze Han Solo in. It's got a terrorist parachute. And if you buy 5 of them and join them together, it makes the pedophile fighting robot. Which is good. Handy feature. I'll tell you something about parenting. There's a lot of you will know this. There's a little competition between every stepdad and actual real proper dad. There's a little competition between every stepdad and actual real proper important dad. There is, and it goes like this. A lot of you will know it. It goes like this. My son will come over from his place, come to my place, and he'll say something like, Daddy, did you know David has the fastest car in Australia? And I don't go, he's a fucking lying dog, because I want him to respect him. So I go, wow, no way. Did you know I used to race Ferraris? And he goes, whoa, that's so cool. And then he goes back and tells that to the fake dad. And that is how the game is played. And to be honest with you, it's starting to escalate. The other day, my son came over and goes, Daddy, did you know David knows the best chef in the world? And I was like, whoa, no way. Did you know I know famous Australian TV celebrity Hamish Blake? The host of Lego Masters. Now, look, I've met Hamish Blake. We've hung out, but we're not good friends because I hate Hamish Blake. And I've told him to his face in front of his family. But I've got to lie to my son to say, yeah, we're good friends, to keep the, fake dad, proper dad competition going. And this is 100% true. The other day my son came in and he goes, Daddy, did you know David is a sniper? Yeah. And then he goes, this is true, he goes, and he's a pope. I was like, fuck that, man. You can't be a fucking Pope sniper. It's fucking ridiculous. You can't be a Pope sniper. It's too far. It's ridiculous. It's not even in the realm of reality. I called him up. I'm like, dude, you can't be a Pope sniper. You can't, man. It's fucking ridiculous. And he's like, what? That's within the rules? I'm like, it's not in the rules, bro. You got to be you can't be the pinnacle of moral authority and an assassin. It doesn't make sense. And he's like, oh, fucking sorry, man. Come over for pizza. I'm not fucking... What kind are you making this time? Pizza. Fucking Pope sniper. Fucking ridiculous. If I was a Pope sniper, I know I'd shoot Hamish Blake. No, it's just that I'm not bitter. No, I'm not. It's just, if you're going to fucking host Lego Masters, you should be good at Lego. No, I'm excellent at Lego, and I just think, maybe, anyway, whatever, but I'm just at that stage in my career where I'd like to make some money. Just some money. They're starting to offer me cruise ship gigs, bro. Cruise ship gigs. That's the beginning of the end. Comics hate that shit. They're like, what are you having to go to the Pacific Jewel for, man? What's wrong with the Pacific Jewel? I'm like, nothing. It's my favourite floating cultural genocide. It's like the ship of the dead out there, honestly. In Pirates of the Caribbean, now there's that ghost ship. It's like that. The comics are like, join us. They're like trying to get me to join us. There's a buffet, Damo. Join us. You have to do an hour of clean material. Join us. There's a kids show. Join us. How are you working with kids? International waters. There's a loophole. Join us. And I'm like, I've got business with the living. I'm not going there yet. I don't know. Look, I always thought when I started comedy that I wanted to be on TV. And, I always thought that was the thing. And I got offered that recently. I got to audition for Hughesy We Got a Problem, which is a famous TV show in Australia where, Dave Hughes asks comedians their problems in life and they riff a story and it's hilarious, sort of. And I got offered sometimes. And I got offered to audition for that where they do a live taping. And that's what the audition is. And I got to do it. And I was like, this is what I wanted. And I realised something. Since I had those dreams, my sense of humour has become a little bit fucked. Like, it's a little bit fucked up. And he's asking the comedians, what's your problems? And then he came to me, he's like, what's your problem? And I was like, I was molested. Nothing. Just silence. I'm like, what the fuck? That's the funniest answer you can give. Are you fucking serious? The studio audience just quiet. It's just like the producer came out and goes, we think you're a little bit too intense for our show. Grabbed me by the arm and took me out of the show. And it never fucking aired. And I was like, that was the funniest. Okay. And then recently, same kind of thing, big commercial radio station, Triple M, Brisbane, changing breakfast host. They're like, come in, audition. So I'm live on the air auditioning. It's like, this is what I want, commercial radio. And then they asked me to do a prank call to see if I could improvise. They asked me, it's true, asked me to do a prank call. And they said, just pretend you're a plumber. This guy, we've organised his wife's, and then blah, 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 blah. Just call in, pretend you're a plumber. So call up the guy, answers, yeah, g'day, this is Terry. And I go, yeah, g'day, Terry. This is the plumber, Rob. Oh, yeah, mate, you had a look at the job. What do you think? Well, mate, I reckon about 200 grand damage. What? What the fuck are you talking about, mate? There's a leaking pipe. Yeah, mate, and we've already started work. What? I didn't give you permission to start work, mate. Well, we've got to charge you now. You're not fucking charging me. Jesus Christ. And I go, just kidding, mate. It's actually Damo from Triple M. Oh, Damo, you bastard. You got me, you bastard. Jesus. How did you get my number? You molested me. Gotcha. Anyway, you guys have been great. Thanks so much for having me. Thank you so much.